What is up, TDH? Thank you for checking back in. This video is going to clear up some questions and hopefully bring you guys an answer or several answers as to why I sold my red truck. As you guys can see that in the title, this video has been kind of just hanging around, and it's something that I should have filmed a long time ago, and I should have done it and kind of cleared up the air for you guys to get it over with. It's like the #1 reoccurring question I have: why did you sell your red truck? Why did you let your red truck go? Your red truck was awesome. You put all that money into it. Why did you let it go? If you guys saw in the YouTube and on my Instagram throughout that process, I almost took that truck back to factory. I sold the turbo off of it. I sold the comp box out of it. I sold the CTS out of it. The transmission, that was rebuilt, and it was an NV4500, so it only cost me like $1,800. I made most of my money back with that turbo, selling the controller and everything. There's just little things here and there that I just didn't like about the truck. First of all, the truck had this awful gray interior. The truck that you guys see now has a black interior. That one it has like the same seat design, but the console is black, the dashboard is black. It's very, very close to matching the bezel. It's just not that ugly, nasty gray color. And I don't mean any offense to anybody who has the gray color and who likes the gray color. I just don't like the gray color. I bought that truck because it was a really cheap, good deal, and I was able to fix it up for under $1,500. It was quite the struggle, but I saved a lot of money, and I put some money into my Jeep when I sold my red truck. Another thing is, all of my trucks are paid off. I don't have any loans or anything out on these trucks. I'll take a loan out for, like my lift kit, for example. I took like a $1,500 loan out, and I paid that back when I sold the Jeep. But it enabled me to be able to do what I wanted to do in Colorado and have money to do it and not have to worry about going into debt doing it. The move was a really big thing to me, and I like to spend my money more so. Let me rephrase that. I'm a materialistic guy. I like my name brand toolbox, my name brand welder, my name brand wheels, all that good stuff. But sometimes you want to spend your money on experiences and not materialistic items. Going out to Colorado and visiting like everything in Colorado, being able to see how the Colorado lifestyle is, living in the Rocky Mountains, going to Moab, seeing Utah, seeing their surrounding states, and road tripping in general is a lot of things that people don't do. And I watch Adam LZ, and I'm catching up with Adam LZ, all of his videos that he's been uploading lately, and he's traveling across the country, and he's got a truck and a trailer and the 240, and that's something that I would love to do, but he's got the money, the time, the support, the whole 9 yards. I was doing it because I'm young, I'm dumb, and if I were to pass tomorrow, I want to be happy and know that I went and did something that I wanted to do, which was move to Colorado, go to Moab, wheel my Jeep, wheel the Rockies, and I didn't get to stay there as long as I wanted to, but that's life. I'm back in Florida, and I'm making this video for you guys, and we're just going to ramble on about why I sold the red truck. As crazy as it may sound, another reason why I sold the red truck was because of the paint job. I knew that I could do so much better, and I had so much more room for improvement once we painted that truck, and once it cured and sat out. I could see all of my flaws and what I did wrong and what I needed to learn. The door badges, you can see where some of the door badge, like where the like adhesive was on the door badging, and I showed you guys in that previous video on how to remove that and how to remove it properly so that doesn't affect you. It was something that you wouldn't see if you weren't looking for it, but if I called it out and I said it, you would probably be able to spot it. A lot of painters could spot it. A lot of people who were in the bodywork field and the painting field, they could spot it and they could see it instantly, and they could point out my flaws. And that's actually how I met Brandon. Brandon spotted out all my flaws and called me out on it, and which is okay. It's fine. That's how I learn. That's how you learn. And it wasn't calling out as in like hate. There was like, hey man, I see that you did this, this, and this. What did you do? And I would explain what I did or how I did it, or the process, and that's what they would tell me. Hey man, this is what you need to correct. This is what you did wrong. And I take it as constructive criticism. It doesn't upset me. It doesn't make me mad that people tell me that my work needs to be fixed up here and there. That's how you learn. I don't necessarily want to go to school. I don't want to work under anybody. I don't want to do any of that for body work and what I do for you guys, because that's why I do it. I bring you guys along on the trip, and the experience of me building these trucks, and that's what leads to the white truck. Because the red truck, I would just repaint it. Is that what you guys wanted to see? I mean, maybe a P pump, but that breaks down into a whole nother list of things. I can start off by saying the dashboard in the red truck was completely shot. If you look back in like video 2 or 3 in the doghouse, when we started posting our videos, you see me putting a dash cover on the red truck because it was just so cracked up and so beat up. Another thing was the mileage. The mileage was 100,000 miles less. I mean, 110,000 miles less. The red truck, I sold it with 323,000 miles, and I purchased this white truck out here with 202,000 miles. So that kind of gives you a ballpark estimate of why I sold the red truck. It had X amount of miles. I mean, I put money into it, but it was money that I essentially made back. I paid $10K for that truck, and it had 240 or 250,000 miles on it, and I sold it for 12 and a half, 13K. So it's not like I lost all my money. I sold the VGT, like I stated earlier. I was able to sell most of the parts, the wheels and stuff off the truck, and then I let the truck go as it was. And I don't know, it's just, there's so many things that I learned from that truck, and I want to be able to apply it to a different truck. And I want to P-pump swap something. I want to do a P-pump 24 valve, but I want it to be a quad cab short box truck, and I prefer it to have the tan interior. The tan interior is something that I'm obsessed with. It's just a really, really good looking interior, especially when you do a red or a white or a green or a black. I mean, it looks good against anything, and that's why I like it so much, and that's kind of why I throw the big hissy fits. But this guy, I mean, the deal and the money that I put into the white truck is awesome because I'm not gonna lose too much money on it. I'm throwing my own money at it, fixing it up, and making it the way that I want it. And I know that it runs great. I know that I resealed the front of the motor. I know it's got new exhaust manifold gaskets. I know it's got a new turbo gasket. I know the turbo's been rebuilt, so I don't have to worry about any of the functionality of the truck. I can just make it look pretty, make it look like a nice white Dodge, do what I want to do with it, let somebody take it over, you know, sell it, and let somebody do, you know, they want to put wheels on it, they want to use it for, you know, an 8-foot bed. I don't like the 8-foot bed. I want a short box quad cab truck. I mean, I would take a 4th gen, or excuse me, a 4-door 2nd gen, but that's just you know, praying. You know, hopefully it falls down in front of me, and I'm like, here you go, you want a 4-door? But anyways, there's just so many reasons and so many things that the red truck lacked, and that I learned, and now I've learned with this white truck. And once the white truck is done, I can take what I learned with you know, digging into all of these 24 valve ECM issues and chasing all these, I really don't know how to explain it. It's really frustrating because I get so much crap for letting the red truck go when it wasn't even all of that. It was sick, it was an awesome build, and it made me kind of who I am, and it kind of showed everybody like what I can do, I guess. I don't know. I've always driven a Dodge. I've had, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about those Dodges real quick while I have you guys here. I've been in the Dodge game for a couple of years now, and I guess a lot of people didn't know that or kind of shocked. I'm not quite sure. The channel, let me go over the trucks. My first truck was a 2000 5-speed 4-wheel drive, quad cab, short box, tan interior, the truck that I wanted. I never should have sold it, but I wanted a newer truck. So here's a picture of the blue one. After the blue one, I traded it to a Marine down in Camp Lejeune, and he wanted the 2nd gen, and I wanted a newer truck. It was 6.7, 07.5, transition year, automatic 4-wheel drive, crew cab, short box. It was really, really, really pretty, but it had all kinds of issues, all kinds of jank issues. He wired things all just not correctly. I mean, it had paint damage, the interior was kind of shot, transmission was going at like 98,000, it ran away on me twice. I just had all these issues, but it was a beautiful truck. It did the job, and it was a lot of fun. I say I own one, but I let it go, and I purchased a 04.5 common rail truck that was a 6-speed 4-wheel drive long box crew cab, and that truck was awesome. But it was just a little more than what I wanted to spend. The truck had like 118,000 miles on it, and I bought it for like 18K, and it was just a little more than I wanted to spend at that time, especially for a long box crew cab truck. It wasn't really my thing. So I let that one go, and I bought myself a 12-valve VE dually, and that was the biggest pile of crap that I have ever owned in the Cummins world. It had all kinds of issues. I didn't know about the issues until I traded my friend Chris. We had he wanted a 5-speed 12 valve, and I was like, hey man, I've got one, and I really, you know, wouldn't mind having another 24 valve. And he had a 24 valve with low miles on the transmission. It was just rebuilt. It had like 3,000 or 4,000 miles, and it had a sport front end, and it had been painted like a year or two ago. So it was a decent looking truck. I'll put a picture in now. After I got that truck from him, I took that one down to Florida when I got out of the Army, and that's kind of how the YouTube channel started. I had that white truck, and it was what I wanted, but at the same time I wanted the extended cab life. I wanted the 5-speed, and I was able to get like $4,500, $4,800 for that white truck, and that's what was what started out with the red truck. I went and purchased the red truck after I had moved into the doghouse, and Mike came in and lived with me. Probably about a month after that, I went and bought the red truck, and that's kind of how it all started. I took some of that money and put it aside, saved up for those wheels, and I guess what blew up is because I did everything at once. I purchased the truck, and then I started ordering parts for it, and I didn't really install them or didn't really do anything with them until we were ready to start filming and start making our YouTube channel, and then we started knocking out the videos left and right, and that's kind of where it blew up and put us in the situation that we're in now. So I know I'm kind of rambling on about the trucks, and this doesn't really deal with the red trucks, but this is kind of bringing up the next part of this video that I want to talk to you guys about, that it's not strictly a diesel page. It's not strictly all about Cummins. Like, this is an automotive vlogish YouTube channel. We're just bringing you guys content and things that we do, and to be honest with you, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. People don't realize how much work YouTube is, and bringing content every day, every week, you know, like the guys who do it big and who do it all the time, that's why they're big, because they take all of their time and they put it to bringing content, and it's a lot of fun. And believe me, don't get me wrong, that's why I'm trying my hardest to keep doing what we do with the doghouse, but it's not a diesel page. It's not a diesel channel, and I've seen a lot of comments. People have unsubbed because we stopped doing Cummins things and stopped doing diesel things, and now they're back because we're all of a sudden doing Cummins things. It kind of sucks that I lose a fan base or lose support because I don't drive the truck anymore or don't have the truck. But for those of you who stick around, you're going to see the transformation of the white truck. All of you guys saw the transformation of the red truck. It started out not as bad as that one, but it was a rough work truck, and it you know, took a little bit of time and a little bit of money to get it where she was. So you guys give me a little while, we'll get this white truck going, and hopefully, if we can get a good penny from her, we can push towards a quad cab short box P-pump build, because I really want to do the P-pump build. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. I'm not going to leave you hanging with that P-pump. And I also want to get my S13 back. I don't have all the money together for my S13, and I really wanted to be immature and just blow all my responsibilities out the window and go buy the car. But I needed to get into this place. I needed to make sure I had the money to get all my furniture, travel back and forth, see my friends and family, make sure I can pay my electricity bill, the whole 9 yards, you know, just adulting. But that is why I let the red truck go. She was an awesome learning experience. She had flaws, and I'm taking what I learned, applying it to a different truck. I'm taking what I'm learning for this truck, and I'm going to chase down my next build. And if I end up holding on to my next build, if it's got tan interior, got a short box, and the back door's open, and got a nice little 5 or 6 speed in her, you never know, I might hold on to it for a year or two. That's just me. I love to jump around. I'm not a prejudiced guy with the vehicles. I mean, I've owned Hondas. You guys saw my 240. I've owned Jeeps, you know, Comanche, the ZJ, the XJ, and I've owned a ton of Dodges. So I hope this clears up a lot of things with you guys. This video is getting kind of lengthy, and I'm going to wrap it up. If you have any questions, please drop them below. I hope I covered just about everything with the truck and why I sold it. Just the miles, the learning experience, learning to paint on it, and the YouTube videos. I mean, you watch that video, it's really cheesy. A lot of the videos with the red truck are cheesy, and it put me in the place I'm in. So I could go on, I could continue rambling, I could talk to you guys for hours. Maybe I should do a live video or something, and maybe we can get a bunch of questions. But if you guys have anything about the red truck that you want to know, feel free to comment below. I'm going to do the Q&A next. I'm hoping to print those questions out tomorrow and knock those out for you guys and upload that video tomorrow, which is going to be Sunday. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, especially everyone who's been here since day one. 100 subscribers. I think I say it all the time. It's just an awesome thing to do, to have the support and be able to upload videos and have people give feedback and people wanting to see what I do. So thank you guys. I wouldn't be doing this without you, and I hope that clears up the issues with the red truck. We're going to do another one. I'm going to stance it. Just give me a couple weeks, maybe a month or two, get this thing squared away and let me get settled in. And if I have to get a job down here to keep things going, then so be it. I'll get a job and we'll keep knocking out. But stick with me, guys. We're going to be back on the stance game. There's going to be a ton of more footage, daily videos, Wednesday webisodes, just so much content. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video.